Welcome to Built Local, where we spotlight the people, businesses, and organizations that help make our community stronger. Tonight, we're excited to be joined by Mamula and Lindsey from Beka Management. Beka Management has built a strong reputation throughout Southeast Michigan for professional property management services, helping property owners maximize their investments while providing quality housing and management solutions for tenants and communities alike. We'll talk a little bit about Beka Management, the history, how the company has grown over the years, what sets them apart in a competitive industry, and where they see the future of property management heading. Van, Lindsey, thank you both for joining us tonight. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you being here tonight. And, obviously we're going to ask you some questions here and get a little bit to know about Beka. Tell us about your company, how it started.
40 years ago, I started in the upstairs of my house. I have a third floor, and everything went out of there. I had one person, myself, my wife, Lori was there, another person, and then we had an accountant up there as well.
Wow.
Yeah, I was working a lot of hours, but it was kind of fun. I enjoy it, and I've done it for a long time and just really enjoy it. I have people that say, I wouldn't do that for all the money in the world. And I tell them, I wouldn't do what you're doing for all the money. I like what I'm doing.
Obviously, you're well accomplished in the industry. You've been around a long time. What inspired you to get into property management, real estate?
Believe it or not, I used to be an aircraft mechanic. And that's what I did. And I resigned and I started this. And it's kind of fun dealing with different people in different circumstances.
Sure.
There's a lot of complex kind of situations you get into. You work through it, work it out. It's just kind of fun, I guess. I don't know.
Sure. Well, you got to enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
How's the company grown from those early days to where we are today?
Boy, we have like 9 or 10 office people, and I have managers at different places, including our mobile home parks, maintenance techs, some vendors, outside vendors we use. Grown a lot, where I'm not running like crazy 12 hours a day, 7 days a week.
That's what you got Lindsey for, right?
Yeah, and it's not out of your house anymore. You have an office building.
Good point, yeah.
Okay. Well, what makes your company different from other property management companies, you feel like, in Michigan?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, you might hear this from other people, is integrity. We work hard to do the right thing all the times, even when it'd be easy to do the wrong thing sometimes, but just no way. We work our cans off for taking care of situations, problems in the right way. The right way might be not help our company, but it's the way it's going to be done.
Well, and I think that's huge, because you hear that old term, from people that aren't doing it right, like the whole slumlord term and the whole, it's important, especially for what, people pay in today's rent and, the market being what it is, that, they feel comfortable that knowing that it's going to get done right.
Yeah.
And obviously representing your owners, same feeling, having that trust with you. It's important. Well, Van, for those unfamiliar with property management, what exactly does your company handle for property owners?
Everything, or just the minimum amount. Everything would be maintenance, re-signing up leases. We do background checks where we check criminal record for felonies, high misdemeanors, sexual offenses for our owners. We do all maintenance. We can do just about anything, and handle it. If the owner says, I don't mind doing the maintenance if you just keep the cost below $300. If we anticipate a cost being over $300, we call, get their approval. We do not mark up maintenance. That's a rarity today. We no markup. We pay the actual. If the invoice is $75, we pay $75 out of theirs, and I don't pay my guys anything for that. We pay them on the side for that.
So I can see that being a huge value add for your clients.
Yes.
What types of properties do you manage, and what areas of Michigan do you see?
Sure. We have mobile home parks up in the Lower Peninsula, three of them in the lower, 2 of them up in the UP. Then I have apartment complexes and single-family homes. We have probably 450 single-family homes, and then we also have multifamilies down here. Also, we have some HOAs. In other words, if you live in a condo, we manage we come to their whole meetings and manage all their issues as well.
Sounds great. Tell me what are the biggest challenges property owners face? Do you feel like making
egregious mistakes in picking the wrong people and telling us how to do it. Well, he can't pay his rent on the 15th, on the 5th. Well, let's have him set up pay on the 15th. Well, he's late this time. Well, no, you can't do it. It's
Keeps
things usually.
compounding
Oh
and
man,
turns into a
It-
mess.
a complete mess. Yeah.
No, it makes a lot of sense. Well, Lindsay, what role do you fit in with Beka?
So I am the general manager.
Okay.
I actually celebrated my 10 years with the company this month.
Congratulations.
I started off as the office assistant, and then I created a role where I saw a hole with our move-outs processing. And then from there, I became the general manager. So I've been the general manager for just under 8 years now. So
Fantastic.
I oversee all of the staff, make sure everything's running in order, and I also handle all of the legal items, such as if a tenant's going to court, or I still handle the move-out process because that is a whole legal issue in itself.
Sure.
But yeah,
So
just
jack of all trades, so to speak.
yeah, yes.
Van's right hand, right?
I've told her that too. Absolutely, absolutely.
We all have to have one. The company I own, I have a right hand. It's so important because, Van, I'm sure you focus on things you're good at and the strengths you have, and then you delegate to someone as talented as Lindsay.
Thank
So
you.
congratulations. It sounds like long term you've been there, and it must be a
Yes.
great place to work.
It is. I love working there. It's been my
Fantastic.
I
favorite
love her
job.
working there too.
That's fantastic. Well, walk us through what happens when a property owner hires your company, like through the process.
First off, we look what the comparables are for similar properties, what the rent should be. We explain that to the owner. And there are a few owners out there that want maybe $1,000 more, which they'll never get in 100 years. We show them, but no, people,
comps and everything.
the comparables, yeah, it is challenging like that. Once we agree on a price, we suggest they either paint or clean. You'd be surprised if the people don't do that. They don't
no
do
one
that.
wants to move into,
Exactly, and it'll sit there for 3 months, and finally they say, okay, I'll lower the rent, or finally, okay, I'll put new hardwood floor down. And so they've lost 3 months at X amount of dollars, divide that on an annualized basis,
Sure.
how much are you really making,
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, and I can imagine too with the housing market being what it is, right? All the more reason to have someone as qualified as Beka, because let's be honest, the rental market is large right now. It's a big market, right?
Yes, it is.
So, is now a good time to invest in rental properties in Michigan?
Yeah, that's a real good question. There was an excellent time to invest if you could hang in there. There was just because of back in 2008-ish, it was terrible. And you could I bought a nice duplex in downtown Northville for $83,000.
Wow.
And
Northville, too.
At auction too, right?
Yeah, I bought it in auction. Yeah.
No kidding.
And I got to tell you, there was so many houses going down and apartment complexes going down. After the auctioneer said, sold to me, what? How did I get
Shocked,
into this?
right.
Yeah. And then I thought, geez, how am I going to, the whole thing. But it worked out real well.
Well, you had a vision, right? I mean, obviously, being in this industry for as long as you've been in, you saw an opportunity and you grabbed it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unheard of. 83,000 for a
That's
duplex in Northville. You can't
right.
get one in most of these areas.
Yeah.
What mistakes do you see first-time landlord owners make? Often?
picking residents for your rental unit. There's some real egregious mistakes they make.
Fair
And-
housing violations.
Oh, that's the other thing.
Oh,
Fair
sure,
housing
yeah.
violation, major fair housing violations, and
What do you think about that?
yeah.
Right? You're the compliance one.
Yes. Yes.
Well, what separates a profitable rental property from one that struggles?
Usually it's I hate to put it back on owners, but usually it may be owners that won't prepare a home for the new tenant. I'll do the painting, and the paint job is just dreadful.
The upkeep or
Upkeep,
turning it
yeah,
into
exactly.
what it should be.
The way it should be. You can
Sometimes
raise the
not
rent,
there.
and I would say a lot of our homes we have out there, we really don't get a whole lot of turnover. When we lease a home out, it's freshly painted or matched with the exact same paint it was painted with originally.
Sure.
We have a person, our director of maintenance, walk through every single unit, gives it the okay at the last moment.
Yeah.
Then we send the photographer out, and he takes the pictures. Then we start marketing it. It really is not the way to run a business if you take a lackadaisical look at what you're giving people for what they're paying
Yeah,
for.
I mean, it's almost like, would you live here? I mean, it's
Right.
you've got to compartmentalize that, and I know the housing market is the rentals are very desirable, but at the same time, like put a little love and care into it. and you'll
Yeah.
have good
You'll
tenants.
maximize your income,
Sure.
all that
Right.
good
That
stuff.
makes
Yeah.
sense, makes sense.
Biggest one is when they say they'll clean, and then we go look at it, and we're like, everybody's cleaning standard is
Your
different.
person cleans a little
This
different than
is
mine.
market standard, yes.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yes.
What trends are you seeing in the Michigan rental market right now?
I see rent increases that kind of surprise me, and it's working. They're getting these kind of costs. That kind of surprises me. I see people in rental business, like property management, maybe they have 30 or 40 clients and not doing a real good job, doing a sloppy job.
Yeah.
Doing the background paperwork, not communicating real well with the owners. But that, I hate to say that's a learned experience to get out of that, but you do make some enemies when you don't do a real good job
Sure.
up front.
No, I get that. It's like, anything you buy, there's good, better, best, right? I believe that in the businesses you hire. Do your homework, right? Obviously, you guys have been doing, this a very, very long time, and you're clearly good at what you do. So,
We're not perfect though,
well,
Yeah, but
there's
still,
always,
yeah. I have a guy, my director of maintenance, been with me for 26 years. I have another guy, our head of maintenance up in northern Michigan. He's been with us 36 years.
wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
that's impressive.
Good people.
Yeah, well, you gotta have. I always say to my staff, you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with,
That's exactly right.
and I believe
Yeah.
that. It's kind of a little bit of our core culture. But do you offer also? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. But what if the owner wants to sell? Do you have referral networks for real
We
estate?
do.
Yes.
We do. Yeah,
Okay.
we contact people. Say if anybody wants to sell, let me know, and we make that call. Sure.
Yeah, that's important. You're really a one-stop shop.
Yes.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Where do you see Beka in the next 10 years?
I'm leaning toward taking over some more condominium HOAs. They're just like I don't want to. Let me put it differently. They could be run better. Let me just
Sure.
put it that way. There's
Sure.
pretty sloppy management, and that's kind of a fun thing to do too.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
purchasing another management company. We recently did that in the
do a
last
little
couple
merger?
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That makes
was
sense.
kind
You
of
can scale a
exciting.
lot faster if you want. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one
Yeah.
way to do it.
Yeah,
Even in my world, same thing.
Yeah.
Sure, we worked at that too, getting that put together, and learned a whole lot. That was a big thing. Learned a whole lot about it.
Yeah.
I never bought another company. We just kind of started from scratch years
Sure.
ago, but
Sure.
yeah, it was a good experience.
Always learning, always evolving, And I think, it's like any other industry. Sometimes, you think you know everything and then you learn something new and you have to evolve with the times, right?
Yeah.
The market's
Yes.
changed, we know that. And, and I also think, and I'm sure you would agree with me, Van, that your process is sound at this point. You've built an automated running itself machine, and the
Yes.
processes is really what makes a difference from a good company to me to one that's not as organized and not with the sound processes.
Yeah.
I'm a kind of a dinosaur in technology, but I'm just shocked at all the tenants that don't pay by check. It's all ACH. It's
Yeah.
I'm shocked at that.
Yeah.
Really, it's geez.
It's changed quite a bit. Well, what I want to do is take just a quick break and show some of your, some of the properties you manage.
Sure.
You guys got a pretty good looking website, and I took a look at it the other day. So let's just take a quick break, quick look real quick. Well, I can see you have all different types of properties. Like you said, you have communities, mobile homes. You've got single family homes.
Yep.
You name it, you do it. Tell us where we can get a hold of you guys. Obviously, your website. What's the phone number? Obviously, call to action. As far as that goes.
Sure. Our phone number 248-363-0999. And that'll guide you to wherever you want to be. Maintenance or accounting.
Yeah, so when you call in, there's an automated
There's one for
auto attendant. Yes,
Yeah,
you can do that, or you
Sure.
can search by directory. Our auto attendant is tailored, so if somebody doesn't know who they need to call, they'll say maintenance, or if you are looking for rentals, press this number. We also answer the phone after hours for any rental inquiries. We have after hours maintenance emergencies.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Essentially, Van and I can't get off our emails to the point where we've emailed each other at 3 a.m. at some points because we both can't sleep and we're on the emails.
Yeah.
So we work around the clock, so it's easy to get a hold of us, whether it's phone, email. Our software has a text messaging software within it, so tenants can text us at all hours of the
Wow.
night, put in any maintenance request, or
You got some technology going on.
yeah,
She helps me
You're
out.
learning, right? Well, it's unfortunately the times that we live in, but I think that 24-hour stuff is great. It
Yeah.
tells you that you care about your clients and
Yes.
your people. And it's funny, in my world, my wife's a high-level nurse manager, and she calls me Dr. Bejan. I said, why you call me that? I'm the same way. On my business cards, I put my phone number, and I answer calls, whether it's Sunday,
Yeah.
Saturday, it doesn't
right.
matter.
That's right. Yeah.
Service is everything.
Yes.
And I think people really realize that. And if you want to be successful, it's really about relationships and delivering, right?
Yes.
Delivering on the promise. We're the
Yeah.
best. Talk is cheap until you deliver, right?
yeah.
So we certainly appreciate you guys joining the show today. It was a pleasure meeting both of you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
We
thank
wish
you
you
for having us in,
continued success. And that's it for Built Local tonight. We'll see you next time. And have a great night, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Thank you very much.
you.
It's kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it is fun. Like I said.